it takes. But the one thing I do know is I'm the Avatar. And this is just the beginning.
What a waste of time. Wait a minute, you didn't like it? The show just didn't captivate me. Dude, are you kidding me? This was the most exciting piece of media I've watched since Game of Thrones. It has everything. Brilliant world building, awesome characters with their own motivations, cool visual effects, and let's not forget about the incredible action sequences. All those airbenders got incinerated like Michael Jackson while he was filming that Pepsi commercial. None of that gravitated towards you? I just think the anime show does a better job is all. Animated show? You are aware that this was adapted from an animated series that aired roughly 20 years ago on Nickelodeon, right? Lasted for 3 seasons, was critically acclaimed for its storytelling and animation. The fact that despite being for kids, people of all ages could still watch it because the show doesn't shy away from more sensitive topics like the brutality of a never-ending war that spans 100 years. Doesn't ring a bell. Jesus, you can watch it on Netflix for Christ's sake. How the hell do you not know about any of this? Be it as it may, my point still stands. This version of the show that doesn't look like a wannabe anime was a feast for the eyes. You're just jealous that they updated The Last Airbender for a newer generation that has a more sophisticated palette. And besides, why would I even bother learning about that other show? It follows the same story. You don't see people reading Harry Potter immediately after they watch the movie versions, do you? That part about the story is arguable. Oh, okay then, tell me. What are the changes they made that ruined your whole viewing experience? Alright, I'll give you my 2 cents. First off, let's start with the character Aang and his motivation for leaving the Air Temple. Originally in the cartoon, the reason why he ran away was because he didn't want any of the responsibilities that come with being the Avatar. All Aang desired was to play around with his friends and hang out with Monk Gyatso all day. You know, normal kid shit. The live action adaptation, on the other hand, changed it where Aang only left because he needed to clear his head, removing an important key element live action Aang would have had to contend with throughout the story. It wasn't his fault all the air nomads got genocide by the Fire Nation, it was due to the bad weather. Who cares why Aang left? They both ended up getting frozen in the end. The details don't matter. The details do matter! Having Aang running away from his problems signifies to the audience that we're not dealing with a flawless protagonist. He's going to make a lot of mistakes during his travels across the 4 nations before he finally becomes the hero the world needs him to be. Also, none of this was revealed in the first episode of the cartoon to begin with. We as the viewers are left wondering who exactly Katara and Sokka came across when the mysterious boy and his furry monster emerged from their frozen cocoon. Live action Avatar? No mystery. Everything is just laid out on a silver platter for us to digest. Don't you dare badmouth this show for its overuse of exposition. I love the fact that I don't need to interpret what any of the characters are thinking. Having Katara just convey her emotions through her words and not her face is a very bold decision the producers went with. This gives me more time to appreciate her acting chops, truly. Don't even get me started with live action Katara. The way they portrayed her in the show makes no sense to me. It's like she's devoid of everything that made cartoon Katara so memorable. She's no longer short-tempered, compassionate, funny, kind, sad, happy, or even frustrated that she can't seem to get her bending to work. Live action Katara has no problems with her water powers. Hell, she even stopped a fire blast from hitting the group by summoning water from the sea while they were high up in the sky on Appa. That's some Mary Sue nonsense if I've ever seen it. Cartoon Katara could barely aim with her water bending, so much so that she needed to turn around before she could freeze the enemy. These 2 characters are just not the same at all. Damn, if Katara acted like a blank slate throughout the episode, did the show also get all the other characters wrong too? Well, not necessarily. Both Zuko and Iroh act the way they're supposed to when their scenes pop up. Sokka, despite not being given many opportunities to portray his comedic side, still maintains the spirit of his cartoon counterpart. And that's pretty much it. Oh, come on, that can't be all the characters they got right. Appa looks like Appa. He flies around and has a lot of fur. I don't know. Okay, so you don't like how the actors portray most of the characters. Anything more you'd like to add to your little rant? The tone is all wrong. The original was a comedic show. Yes, they dealt with serious dilemmas throughout the series, but that never got in the way of its core element, being fun to watch. Team Avatar would occasionally get into hijinks during their travels, while while also trying to stop the further progression of the Fire Nation, trying to take over the world. The live-action adaptation solely focuses on the war and just deprives everything else that made the cartoon great. We no longer get to see Aang play with the damn penguins. Oh no, we must gather around Granny so we can hear her reiterate the opening sequence of the cartoon through her bad acting. I rolled my eyes so hard during that scene that I thought I was gonna go f***ing blind. Cool your jets, this is just the first episode, remember? You can't declare the whole season as a huge waste of time without watching the rest of it. Fine, I guess I see your point. Now tell me, is there anything you like about the show? You can't just hate all of it from beginning to end. I guess I could appreciate the production value. Netflix is obviously investing a lot of money into this property. The look of the show is spectacular. The costumes are great, the bending feels genuine due to the choreographing from the actors. Plus, unlike in the cartoon, actually seeing the air nomads getting incinerated by the Fire Nation was a very cool segment to watch. The brutality of it all kind of put a wicked smile on my face. I guess I'm just that sadistic or whatever. So murder's what gets you going, huh? Your words, not mine. Well, I'm just gonna keep watching. You can't put me down for all your wrong opinions. This show is clearly a 10 out of 10. You're just too blind to see it. Get out of here and get your eyes checked already, you stick in the mud. Okay, I'm going. Yeesh.